We got some stunning news from Vancouver police this afternoon. A longtime member of the force has been arrested. Detective Constable James Fisher now is facing 6 charges, including sexual exploitation and sexual assault. Now, the CBC's Tanya Fletcher was at VPD headquarters where the police chief himself spoke to the media. So Tanya, you were listening in. Take us through the charges this officer is facing.
Yes, Andrew, Detective Constable James Fisher is charged with 3 counts of sexual exploitation, as well as 1 count each of sexual assault, breach of trust, and obstruction of justice. Now, as this is an active investigation, there is a publication ban in place, so we are limited in the details we can share. But it looks like the charges span 3 cities: Vancouver, Surrey, and Burnaby. Now, this investigation dates back to August of 2015, with the most recent offenses allegedly taking place just 6 weeks ago. Information first surfaced last March from another police officer, at which point the Office of the Police Complaints Commissioner was notified, along with Special Crown Counsel. The investigation involves 2 victims. We know one was a juvenile and the other was an adult. It's not known at this point if there are any other victims in the case, Andrew.
Tanya, tell me, what else do we know about Constable Fisher?
Well, Fisher had 29 years experience and even received special recognition for his work on a sexual exploitation investigation just last year. He was working with the VPD's Child Exploitation Unit right up until yesterday when he was arrested. He's now been suspended from duty. This is a very high-profile and experienced officer. He's appeared in the media before, even spoke with CBC when he was the lead investigator in a high-profile case, the Reza Moazzami human trafficking case, you may recall. He also worked with the VPD's gang unit and was involved in a major investigation into one of China's most wanted fugitives. So these allegations against him are indeed very serious and has shaken the departments, with the police chief himself calling this, quote, very troubling news.
As you know, it is rare for a VPD officer to be charged with offences such as these, and it is not reflective of the other members of our police department. And there is no information to suggest that any other officer was involved.
Okay, so Tanya, what happens next with this case?
So, Andrew, Fisher appeared in court this morning. He was released on conditions. He's not allowed to have any contact with the alleged victims or with some potential witnesses. The VPD is also seeking assistance from the RCMP as the investigation continues. Fisher is scheduled to make his next court appearance in Surrey on January 24th. Andrew?
We'll be watching. Thanks a lot, Tanya.
You're welcome.
A Vancouver police officer has been charged with sexual exploitation, sexual assault, breach of trust, and an attempt to obstruct justice. James Fisher is a 29-year veteran of the force. He received an award last year for his work investigating child exploitation. The charges stem from complaints that go back to March, involving 2 alleged victims, an adult and a minor. Vancouver's chief of police admitted the case is troubling.
It's just a very unfortunate set of circumstances, and it's a difficult thing for me to come here and stand before you today and talk about this.
Fisher was on active duty right up until his arrest yesterday, while investigators gathered evidence. Starting next week, some restaurants in Ontario will have expanded menus. Calorie counts will need to